That by far was the most ridiculous Saturday of the season. Every game was close for no reason, and even the games that weren't close were just perplexing. Now, before we start and I break down all 57 games, I want you to like this video to send condolences for the South Carolina fans around the world. Let's hit 1,000 of them. Here we go. Akron was down 35-17 in the fourth quarter. 10-play drive, touchdown. Then they got the onside kick, scored a field goal, got Kent to fumble on their ensuing drive, and tied the game. All the momentum just to lose in OT. MAC football at its finest. There's a new first-place team in the conference. How about both teams not being able to pass the rock and Western Michigan winning despite never converting a third down? What a weird game. So Buffalo outgained Central. So why didn't they win? Well, shit. 5 turnovers, yes, 5. 2 of them ended in Central tutties like this 85-yard scoop and score. According to SP+, UMass right now is worse than some Division III football teams. It's almost so bad that it's good. They are reaching new lows every single week. It's awesome. I love it. Go UMass. Why couldn't Miami score? Well, the running game was trash. It forced them to pass on every down, and their quarterback went 11 of 38 with 3 interceptions. An insane breakdown from Saturday shenanigans. You guys think the ACC race is crazy? The MAC has 5 teams tied for second place right now. Word on the street is that Billy Napier was at Old Dominion's practices this week. He's the leading candidate to take over the job, and Sun Belt Billy is back. No, I'm just fucking with you. Troy, 138 yards of total offense to 503 of ODU. Just a heartbreaking way to end your playoff dreams for Louisville. 4 possessions in the fourth quarter. Back-to-back missed field goals. Getting the ball on a muff punt at Clemson's 23 just to not score. Some absolutely brain-dead unsportsmanlike conduct penalties, 3 of them, and even missing a PAT in the second quarter. Clock mismanagement, all of it. This play was the recreation of the Marshawn Lynch beastquake, but at the end of it, Noah Whittington almost fumbled it out of the back of the end zone. Footnote, Dante Moore went 27 of 30, setting the school's all-time record for completion percentage in a single game. It's always sad seeing a team on senior day honoring the dudes who fought blood, sweat, and tears on the field for years to get munched. You gotta do better for the seniors, man. 86 yards of total offense in the first half for Ball State. Big Ten? I don't even know. Or how about a meat grinder in the Big 12? Let's just read over OK State's drive log starting early in the second. Interception, missed field goal, fumble, interception, turnover on downs, 5 total turnovers. I just don't know with the group of 5 anymore. Anytime some team gets buzzed, they lose the next week. Navy didn't even grind it out and go on long drives. They just kept having big plays. The Bulls defense had no answer. The Shipmen have the chokehold to go to the conference title game and maybe the playoffs. I jinxed it in last video by talking about UConn's quarterback having 25 touchdowns and 0 picks on the season. He threw his first today. I apologize, but the Huskies bend don't break defense got them their 8th win. How is the only question I have. First, how do you blow a 30-3 lead? And how the hell do you come back down 30-3 as well? This South Carolina team has shown 0 signs of life the entire season, and for an entire half, they look like prime 2019 LSU on offense. The long touchdown passes, the scoop and score, all of it. A&M was just going 3 and out like crazy, like we've never seen this year. I don't know what was said in that halftime locker room. I don't want to know what was said or done, but holy shit, that was incredible. The greatest comeback in the history of A&M football. Charlotte did not score on offense. 1.7 yards per carry on 51 attempts. That's nice, but they did take this one to the house. Yeah, Michigan wins a thriller. What a great game by the Wolverines. Psych, 5 turnovers and they still won. What are we even doing here? 3 of them in the fourth quarter. Northwestern was anemic on offense, but they kept getting opportunities. Andrew Marsh, by the way, Wolverines wide receiver, 189 receiving yards. He's a freshman. Fernando, 22 of 24, 4 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. Give him the Heisman right now. How cool would it be if this team lost to Purdue in 2 weeks, though? 2 ranked teams, but Pitt looked like little bro. I was telling you guys all week, getting walloped in their own house. I love 56-yard run, then a pick 6 to make it 14-0 in the first quarter. Notre Dame didn't even play their best ball. Arizona's a second-half team. That's the only way to put it. No, Fafita had a solid day. Cats broke away late in the third, and Cincy no longer has a controlled path to the Big 12 title game. Arizona played spoiler today, and Utah has to thank them a lot. A blocked punt touchdown, that's crazy. LSU did not let Taylon Green run wild. 4 sacks, that was a big help. They ran the ball much better than usual, capitalized on turnovers, and Michael Van Buren Jr. is him. First, we lose to a winless team, then we lose to a team that hasn't won since September 20th. Wow, hats off to Tulsa and their 283 yards on the ground. And I can't be too mad because we finally benched Malik and Jabari and let our freshman play. That boy went 8 of 11 with 2 tutties. Let the freshman play, man. We'll ignore the fact that 4-6 West Virginia almost won this game on the road because Jeff Sims is so fun to watch play, throwing it, running it. I don't care that he's almost 40 years old. If someone a month ago told you that Kentucky could make a bowl, you'd think they were smoking crack. Good win today. Then they have Louisville and Vandy on the road. Why not create some chaos? Let's just enjoy this 92-yard run. I won't speed it up either, just normal speed. Georgia State is 1-9, by the way. So while that's going on, how was your guys' weekend? Did you guys do anything fun? Did your team win? Let me know in the comments. I went to my first NBL basketball game. It was pretty cool. That boy Caleb Hawkins, UNT's running back, amazes me every week. This time, 189 yards, 5 touchdowns on 7 a carry. Rank UNT right now, especially after the Navy win this week. Is this even a football game, bro? 8 combined turnovers, and I bet that the highlights I'm showing on screen, produced by the Mountain West Conference, show none of them. Another reminder that this Missouri State team was in the FCS last year. Yes, 7-3 this season, tied for 2nd in CUSA USA. Just beautiful, but NCAA rules say they can't go to a bowl. Oh no, it's raining in LA. How is USC going to be able to throw or be physical with Iowa? I told you that Iowa was not ready for Mekhi Lemon. 10 receptions, 153 yards, 1 tutty. This guy has been so good for USC. He should be in New York. Iowa had a chance to clutch it late, but no. This is no surprise to anyone. Texas Tech is just elite. UCF is poop. All facets game for the Red Raiders. Not much to go over. Angry Kalen DeBoer is back, and I love it. Remember when Alabama got knocked out of the playoffs last year by OU? Anyways, no one saw last week's mid-offensive performance against LSU as a red flag for Bama, but it should have been because OU's D was opportunistic today. A pick 6 and 2 fumbles, plus a tied missed field goal early on. John Mateer hasn't wowed on the stats since his injury, but he is a winner, and he gets it done. Does OU even have 2 losses if he doesn't get hurt? Bama, take notes from the first place tops. An offensive clinic, 642 total yards. They moved it methodically. It wasn't sexy, but it was beautiful football. What? This is the shocker of the week. All the loyal subs have seen the atrocity that has been Nevada Wolfpack football all season. The Spartans are like the 20th team today to have a 5-turnover game. They benched their starter using 3 quarterbacks on the day. This is so awesome. I love Reno. I love the Wolfpack. How weird is college football? Southern Miss, 7-2, having a magical year. Texas State has fallen off the face of the earth, yet the Bobcats led 27-0 at half, and no, they did not pull a South Carolina. How about a 100-yard pick 6? We've seen so many pick 6s this week. ULM, 82 passing yards on the day. I would have rather taken a Taco Bell beefy 5-layer burrito up the butt than watch this game. The noise is getting louder. Rank JMU right now. Everything Kurt Signetti touches turn to gold, but listen to this stat of the day. App State had 1 rushing yard in this game. 1 on 15 attempts. Next. I overreacted last week. Miami still has a path to the playoffs because of their resume. Gonna need some help though. Take a drink every time you see a pick 6 today. Seriously, what happened? College football never fails. Boston College was 1-9, bro. Their defense in and near the red zone was awesome because Tech was moving the ball with ease. Would it be a Georgia Tech game if they weren't down 2 scores in the 4th quarter? Now, BC took the lead here with 4 minutes. I thought it was over. Psych! Haynes King with the game on the line is probably the top 5 clutchest player of all time. He's a dog. November 16th, the day that Penn State got their first Big Ten win of 2025. Sensational physical football, 240 on the ground. And by the way, someone is getting fired in East Lansing. Illinois, great job. You played defense today. What an aberration from their usual this year. I just love how the Terps threw the ball 46 times in this game. 46 times. Closer than the score indicates. Honestly, it should have been 100-0 Virginia. When you rush the ball for 1.8 yards a carry, this is what happens. When you can't protect your QB, this is what happens. Football is one of the trenches. We all know that. Boom. When Jake Retzlaff is stroking that thing, pause. Tulane is a much more dangerous team. Reverse flea flicker. So while the highlights play, FIU outdid themselves. They passed the ball 57 times today. What even is this? Brutal for the Tigers. They are officially eliminated from playoff contention. Back and forth all game. It felt like whoever had the ball last would win. Memphis had their chance, but they didn't have enough clock management to pull it out. Brendan Lewis interception game. Wow, they fell off the face of the earth. I know my Memphis buddy in the comments is going to be on the floor. Remember when New Mexico State beat Auburn and Jordan Hare? Never forget. But Neyland wasn't as kind to the Ags. Tennessee's best win of the season still is Mississippi State. For the first time this year, Wake Forest played back-to-back great games. What is going on here? That's just how the ball was bouncing today for Wake. If I was a UNC fan, I would just turn off the game straight up, throw my remote at the TV, and do a backflip off my apartment balcony. That FIUD stepped up when it mattered most, and for scoring in the top half of overtime, they got a pick to seal it. This is their best season in a while. 5 wins. Let's go Panthers. This game was a roller coaster. Georgia Southern was pulling away in the second half, then boom, 96-yard kick returned to the house. Coastal was right back in it, but you know what made the game? Southern's running back O.J. Arnold, 267 yards rushing, 2 touchdowns, 1 receiving touchdown, and a passing touchdown. What the hell? Washington had no choice. One of the most embarrassing losses of the season last week to Wisconsin. You can't lose again to the worst team in the Big Ten. Well, don't worry, it didn't happen. Utah CFP hopes increased dramatically today, and not because of this game. This game is just background noise. It's the fact that since he picked up their second conference loss, now they need to pray that BYU and Texas Tech just absolutely choke the next 2 weeks. Florida could not stop the Wildcat snap to Kewan Lacey. He had over 200 yards, 5 for 7 on 4th downs. They kept running the same damn play. Fun game. Ole Miss could have been much more efficient in the red zone. That's really what kept it tight. But Florida fans came in wearing shirts saying, "We want Lane." And when is DJ Lowey not throwing a game-losing interception? Sam Houston really heard me last week and said, yeah, we want SS streaking naked. So not only did they beat my Beavs, but they did it again against a solid Delaware team, and they were comfortably up in the second half too, forcing 3 total turnovers. Hens got the onside recovery, but missed the field goal to tie. It is just awesome when your team misses a kick in OT and you're like, oh shit, we're screwed. Then the other team goes and misses it right after. Same thing. There were 6 missed field goals in this game. I don't even want to talk about anything else. Any chance that UCLA could have shocked the world again was already fried when Nico was out with injury. Ohio State might be the most efficient offense I've ever seen. Every game looks like they're a whole league better than the rest of the competition. The theory continues to be proven. When Tommy Castellanos throws for less than 250 yards, his team wins. He had 189 through the air with a score and 45 on the ground with 2 scores. Florida State has 2 ACC wins in the last like 700 days. All right, so Texas is finally eliminated from playoff contention. Let's just stop talking about them. We all kind of knew they were cooked, except the Longhorn fans who were like, oh, we just beat OU. We're so back. Kirby has Sark's number. Remember what happened last year? Horns, 23 yards rushing. If you can't play physical, take take your ass back to the Big 12 because it's going to get real tough. Gunnar Stockton is the best Georgia quarterback since when? You tell me. This guy's a dog. Ahmad Hardy got slowed down a bit when he was facing the top SEC fronts, but today was Mississippi State. 300 yards rushing. Holy smokes, he broke 1K on the season. He's just a sophomore. He's the Ollie Gordon of 2025. Kennesaw threw 4 interceptions. Cox were up big early and were in control. This was a heavyweight battle, by the way. Both teams are 7-3. This is awesome. The Cougs are probably going bowling this year. Good bounce back win. Shout out my twin Drew Henderson, Tex kicker. We got the same name. He knocked a 51-yarder too. Everyone wants chaos in the Big 12, but I'd like to see BYU get a second crack at Texas Tech. Call me boring, bland, unseasoned chicken, mayonnaise, vanilla ice cream. I want it. Convincing win today. It helps the old eye test. Wyoming, 8 of 28 passing as a team for 77 yards. 5 3-and-outs. Yep, that sexy Matt Entz defense will do it for you for the Valley, baby. I was so bullseye with this pick. SDSU has a gnarly defense, and this is Boise State true colors. They're pooped this season. 13 total punts in this game, 7 of them in the first quarter. That has to be some kind of new record. Aztecs sole possession of first place in the Mountain West. Arf, arf, arf.